When I told Terry that we were going to be filming this stuff, he went on and on about how much he hates the camera, and I was like, well, just don't do anything.
I lost some money. I lost the money.
So Bruce is out of town today, so I told Perry that he would have to follow Jorge on the deliveries. George, or Jorge, is a man of few words. We've almost worked together 10 years now. Me and him really don't have to say much to each other. He knows what he needs to do, and that's about it. I told him that you might, just stay here at the store because George is not too chatty, so, you might just follow the camera around at the store today.
Never talked to me like that before. Just this conversation. Yeah, just talking, So.
Dude, George is chatting today, follow him with the camera. Yeah. He's been like, I've been waiting on my moment my whole life.
On second thought, I was right. I should have went with my instinct. George is not chatty today.
Well, George heads out for the day's delivery, while back at the office, things start to derail quickly.
Where's the thumbtack when you made it? A little overkill.
Terry was actually a district manager for a really big company. He was in charge of like 15 stores, and he is blows me away as far as organization goes and things like that. So he went on and on about how much he hates the camera, and I was like, well, just don't do anything. Just, the camera will never follow you around if you're boring. The worst thing you could do is something crucial like losing a bank bag.
It was right here.
Huh?
It was right here.
Yeah. What was it?
He is super organized, and for him to do something like this is out of the ordinary, much less the odds of it happening when the camera is here to catch it all. I cannot wait to see what happens.
On this episode, Terry loses $300.
Money. Has it grown trees?
You find it?
No, I didn't.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Did you put it in a bank bag?
Yeah.
I wonder where it went. Maybe Perry took it just to spice up the episode a little bit.
Alright. The staging.
The funniest part about all this is Perry, the camera guy, is always trying to set stuff up so that we fumble into something funny or do things where it's staged but it catches somebody off guard. And so he's always trying to get us to stage stuff, and we're like, no, we're not going to stage anything, blah, blah. So Terry thinks that this is something that Perry, the camera guy, staged, so that way he had to be on camera the whole time. But that wasn't the case at all.
Hey, you did something with that calendar.
Yeah? But I dropped that money a long time ago.
What? You
Lost some money? I lost the money.
How do you lose the money?
Did you put up money?
No.
Bunch of high bills?
You never came here until...
Zandra?
I didn't see you from here.
Alright. What's the box? Where's my money?
Did you even go to this?
Yeah, he had it. I know he had it because it was.
I had it, yeah.
He had it on the desk. He had it right here. Are you sure you put it in the bank bag?
Where's the money? Did you take my money? Aaron, I had money in a bank bag on my desk, and it's not there anymore.
He sounds like mafia.
I'll break legs. I don't care. You didn't do it? I thought you were playing a trick on me. Alright, if you see money laying around, let me know.
While store manager Terry continues to look for the lost bank deposit, George is making delivery to Padilla's Ranch.
I'm Sarah Padilla.
So Sarah has worked at our store. She came to us because we sold feed to her parents, which own Padilla Ranch.
So my dad owns a 25-acre farm. Right now he's breaking babies to get them ready to be racehorses out on the track. He's been working with horses ever since he was about 14 or 15. He loves his work, and he treats them as if they were all his own horses.
Sarah's leaving us because she has to take more college classes.
Today is my last day, and the only reason why I would be leaving is because I actually have to go on to college, get an education, although Steve tells me that that's bad.
And me and Sarah butt heads a little bit. I have a bachelor's degree in animal science, and I told her that I feel like the 4 years I spent getting my degree is not useless, but I know just as much probably now that I did before I went to college.
I don't believe him.
I guess she'll have to go to college to get the real feel for it.
I've worked with Steve from the moment that he was actually a worker here out in the warehouse to the point where his dad was like, okay, Steve, you take over. He's a goofball all the way through. Love working for him. I remember when I was younger, I used to run into the store and jump on every single feed bag that I could. I've grown up here and I really love working here. I want to thank them for an amazing job and for just being great people.
I can't believe you keep a straight face. What is it?
I'm being dead serious. I didn't take it.
Okay, so he grills me to begin with about, did you move the money? Did you move the money? Because he thinks I'm trying to get him on camera. And I finally was like, no, this is a waste of time at some point.
Everybody's a suspect. Until I get to the bottom of it. Everybody's a suspect.
So he moves on from questioning me to start questioning all the employees. He's like walking around the store. Did you take the money? Did you move the money? Come on. Did you? Did Perry put you up to this? And interrogating every single person.
Where's the money? George, you made my money? George, that's not funny. It's not funny at all. I lost big money. You didn't take it? Go in the search this warehouse. Trust will verify. You didn't take my money? Aha.
You know that I didn't do this because I would have already told you because of the time we wasted.
Yeah. How would I hide it?
Is this it?
No. Mr. Cook cannot see this.
On this episode, we count the things that Terry actually accomplishes in a day. So far, it's nothing.
They need to see a responsible manager that has everything under control. Still suspect.
You can search me and my car.
I'm losing it.
Losing what? Your sense of humor?
I'm gonna recruit everybody.
Back to the.
I'm gonna send out bills so we can make up the money that we lost.
I just looked at the microwave. That's how desperate I am. You know what? This is not gonna be a video.
Hey! You're the guy that loses everything! Hey, it's Terry, right? Did you ever find that freaking deposit?
I hate you all. Jack, done it. Yeah, or
It's not your money! I've moved on! Quit looking at me like I found it. Take it out of your Christmas bonus if you want.
I owe you how much? I'll put this back in. You won't believe this.
Do you want to leave your letter of resignation here? Or?
The people in the reality shows, they have the camera following them around and it's an actual tense situation. They're like, get that camera out of my face, this is a real situation. When that was going on, I could tell Terry was getting more and more flustered and he was just getting followed around with the camera the whole time. And in a tense situation, it's hard to have a camera in your face, so I give him props for not losing his cool, but made for an awesome episode.